Are you fighting battles that don't matter, that are keeping you from battles that do matter? You have to learn to walk away from things. Walk away from petty arguments. Walk away from disrespect. Walk away from jealous people. Proverbs says, avoiding a fight is a mark of honor. Not winning a fight, but walking away from a fight. That's not being weak. That takes a strong person. That's a mark.
When you are trying to get to the next level, and you can see where you're trying to get to, there is a ceiling that you have to break through. This ceiling is made of glass. You must be willing to break through the glass. You are going to bleed. The cut is going to put some bruises and blood. But that's the only way to get to the next level. I understood that. And in order to get to the next level, you are going to have to give up something that you care about. See, all your friends, they can't go to the next level because they'll get up there with you, and the way they behave, they'll mess it up for you. You can't hang out with everybody you've been hanging out with to go to the next level. I had to leave my family. My family didn't get it. Steve, you're going to go tell jokes? That's stupid. You can't make a living telling jokes. Stupid. Quit your job, leave your family, pursue your dreams. My family wasn't supporting. I got to cut my family loose. It's okay. Oh, they all love me now. I'm the youngest one of my family. I take care of my whole family. Everybody get a check every month. But I forgave them. They didn't know. They had no idea. They didn't know. Why you still out there telling them damn jokes? You'll see. And now they all see. That's why I was able to walk away, because I saw more. So you'll know when it's time to walk away from people. And some people you need to walk away from. You have to let them go. They're not going to get it.
And so as more people love you, more people hate you. They both grow up together. The bigger your life gets, everything comes up at the same pace. And the more people believe in you or like you or support you, the more people hate you, because it creates an opportunity for envy. The only way to avoid it is to stay down. If you lay dead, even the animals won't bite you. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? The risk of being bitten is the cost of getting up. And you have to decide, are you so concerned about being bitten that you're willing to spend the rest of your life laying dead? Or is there something pumping down inside of you that says, bite me or not, I'm getting up. I'm going to do all I can do, even if it risks you hating me. I'm going for it. Isn't it amazing how your life, when you finally pray and you finally get the opportunity you've been waiting all your life to get, if you reach out to take it, there's a threat. You pray, Lord, I want this career opportunity. I want this door open. And oh God, if you could just give me this position, and it will be perfect and everything will be wonderful. But you didn't know that something in your family was going to go crazy when it did. You could mess up everything at the house. And so you're standing there like this. Anytime God answers your prayer, there are always opposing factors that make success not taste successful. This is very important. The people around you have everything in the world to do with the decisions you make, because they get in your ear. And if they are wrong, they don't die, you die. You got to make it happen, or it's not going to happen. You got to get up off your hind parts and bust a move, or nothing is going to happen in your life. See, you talk too much about your success. You need to shut it down. Your mouth is too big for where you're trying to go. But because you announce everything to everybody, you further jeopardize the opportunity that the Lord is affording you.
I talked to a man growing up. His father was very hard on him, told him that he was never going to amount to anything. Now this man is in his 40s, working night and day trying to prove to his father that he was wrong. His father still doesn't acknowledge his success. I told him, you don't have to convince him that you're good enough. You're trying to impress someone that's never going to be impressed. Your job is not to change people's mind. Your job is to run your race. Too often, we're trying to get our worth out of what we do. Am I a good enough mother? Strong enough? Successful enough? We think if we work harder, outdress our friend, then we'll feel good about ourselves. We live in this proving mode. The problem is we're getting our value from the wrong place. But when you're secure in who God made you to be, you're content with your looks, you're happy with your personality, then you don't go around competing with others, living to impress that cousin that's more attractive. You know you're one of a kind. When you know who you are, you won't live in this proving mode, getting your value out of what they think. Do they compliment me? If not, let me work harder. Let me prove to them that I'm good enough. Them validating you is not going to move you towards your destiny. Take the pressure off. Your destiny is not contingent on them liking you. It's a distraction. They may be more talented. Celebrate them. You don't have to prove to them that you're talented too. You have gifts that they don't have. Anytime we're trying to prove something, the root cause is insecurity. There will always be a voice saying, you don't measure up. You need to be stronger, wealthier, more talented. It's very freeing when you understand you have nothing to prove. Walk in your anointing. You don't have to keep up with other people. Am I as talented as my coworker? Am I as successful as my cousin? Then you'll live in a proving mode, trying to impress. That's a never-ending cycle. You're not competing with them, you're competing with yourself. Be the best you that you can be. You can feel good about who you are right now. You are in a class all by yourself. Who said you don't look good? Who said you needed to be taller, more creative? Don't believe those lies. Quit competing and run your race. We weren't created to live in this proving mode, not feeling good about yourself unless you're achieving, outperforming. You may impress people. They compliment you. Praise from people just feeds our ego. We should live to impress God. Proving to your friend that you're talented may make you feel good, but they don't open doors. Instead of impressing people, we should spend our time impressing God. You have to get your value from who you are and not what you do. Look at the car I drive. Look at the business I've built. That's all good, but it's superficial. If it changes, then your self-worth will change. I was riding to a friend's house. He had this very nice sports car, really beautiful. I noticed we drove the long way. I asked why he didn't go the easy way. He said, my ex-girlfriend lives on this street to make sure she sees what she's missed out on. He was going out of his way to prove what she was missing out. Prove that he was happy without her. What's funny is he found out later that she had moved across town a couple of years earlier. I wonder how many times we're trying to prove something and the person is not even paying attention. Competing with someone that doesn't even know we're competing. When we're trying to prove to people, to feed our ego, to show them how great we are, that's a dead-end street. Who are you trying to impress? How much energy are you spending trying to feel good enough, smart enough, worthy enough? Come out from under that pressure. You have nothing to prove. What people think about you doesn't determine your destiny. Your income may increase, but your value is not going to increase. Thinking that's going to give you more worth. Run your race. Stay focused on what you're called to do. Don't live for people's applause. Live for God's applause. And sure, you may have areas you need to improve in, but that doesn't change your value. When you understand, if God is pleased with you, it doesn't really matter what other people think about you. They may try to discredit you, Big deal. They didn't breathe life into you. They didn't call you, anoint you. Why are you spending time and energy trying to impress that neighbor? Prove to that coworker that you are talented. They don't control your destiny. They can't stop what God has purposed for your life. Get your eyes off of people, off of how you think you don't measure up. You are accepted. You are anointed. Now step into your destiny.
You know, a couple years ago, man, I hit rock bottom. I really did. Everything in my life was just turning upside down, you know? And I really had to step back and really see what I was doing. Because every time you point your finger at something, there's 3 fingers pointing back at you.
If you begin to look at yourself, you got to redefine yourself. Who are you right now? And who must you become in order to create what you want? What has to change about you? Looking at where you want to go and the kind of person that you must become, the kind of standards that you have for you. What is it that you must do differently?
You know, so the first thing you gotta do to fix something is evaluate yourself, see what's up. Do the pros and cons and everything. And when I say the pros and cons and everything, I'm talking about environments and people. Find out who you're associating with. If those people add something to you, if they give you something in return, you know, or is it all just a give and take, meaning like they just take and then you give? That's a bad relationship, man. Get the negative energy out of your fucking life. These people that you're around, they're always complaining and everything else. They're taking part of your soul. You only have so much to give every single day. Why waste it on that, guys?
You run around with losers, you will end up a loser. Unconsciously, you will pick up their ways, you will pick up their habits, you'll pick up, most importantly, their attitude about life.
You know, when the plane's going down, they always say, you gotta put your gas mask on before you can don it on a kid. Why do they say that? Because you're no good second kid if you're dead. You gotta love yourself in order to love somebody else, guys. You gotta be whole and happy with who you are if you never help somebody else out. People say, oh, that's selfish, just care about yourself. Well, if you need some fixing and reworking, it's not selfish, because you can get yourself better and then be able to really lend a hand in an honest way to somebody to really help them out. Anyone that's around you guys that's been for the last couple of years, that's always complaining and this and that, kick them to the fucking curb, man.
Many of us are living out the lives of other people, living out their conclusions, living out of their consciousness.
And if you guys are in an environment, a bad work situation, but this fucking work environment is making me a psycho, and I come home and I just want to yell and scream, and it's a bad home environment now because of my work environment, you know, get that fucker out of there. It might be hard for a couple of weeks, but either way, you'll find a new path, a new energy, and you'll find a sense of life again. Work is not about your life. It's about earning some income to have the means to do what you love to do and with the people you love to be around. So really look at not just the fat of your stomach, but the fat in your life, the people and the environments you're in. They're negative. They don't make you a better person. You're stronger if you cut the fat, cut them loose, man. Throw them overboard.
Align yourself with people that can encourage you, people that can empower you, people that you can grow from. See, if you have people around you that can contribute to your growth, you want to align yourself with people who think like you, people who dream like you, people who want more out of life, people that are stretching and searching, as opposed to the majority of people. Somebody said, always strive to get on top in life because it's the bottom that's overcrowded. And so you don't want to be on the bottom. See, it's easy to be on the bottom. It doesn't take any effort to be a loser. It doesn't take any motivation, any drive. But it calls on everything in you, ladies and gentlemen. You have to harness your will to say, I'm going to challenge myself.
So stay motivated, guys. Trust me, to transform yourself is so much harder than actually being in shape, okay? Find a new environment. Track your records, guys. Seeing where you are, to know where you've been, and then pacing yourselves, guys. You guys can't not do a New Year's resolution and say, hey, take an honest look about what's going on in your life. What's working, what isn't working. What isn't working, really examine it. Find out what you're doing to cause it, okay? And if it's not you causing it, and you honestly think it's something else, or someone just holding you back, guys, as much as it might hurt, cut them loose, man. Cut them loose. You're going to find such more growth and opportunity, and you become a better person, stronger person, where you're really able to help them if you want to later in life.
See, it's time now. If you want to make this your decade, you've got to start saying yes to your life. You've got to start saying yes to your dreams, yes to your unfolding future, yes to your potential. Why not? Why not me? Don't spend time like most people going through life complaining. Okay, life knocked you down. What are you going to do about it? How long are you going to sit there and say, you know what they did to me? How long? Who wants to hear that rap? Use that energy to get up from there and move on and get on with your life.
So the reason why people don't put action behind their work and their thought process and what they're saying is because they lose the motivation. They lose that fire inside to keep the engines running through those hurdles of life, adversity, and they get shut down, they get beat down for a lot of different reasons. Mainly because they don't have a good plan of attack. They're trying to take too much on at one time and they don't know what they're up against, and they're just getting beat down. They're just getting overwhelmed, and they're just like, fucking, I'm out, man. It's too much for me. Because they're not seeing the results fast enough. It's a marathon, guys. It's not a sprint. You're not going to get them that fast. So what happens is people go to the gym 3-4 weeks into it. They're like, man, I'm looking in the mirror. I'm like, man, I'm looking a little fat. Done. It's not working. And that's right when everyone quits, guys. That's right when the clay is right about to get warm and transformed. Everyone just throws in the fucking hat, guys. And they give up. And that's right at the point where everything's going to change. And it's a metaphor on life. Everyone climbs a mountain, and right when they're like, I can't go anymore, that last inch is going to make all the difference. And they give up. How do we keep the motivation alive, guys? One is, you got to get a partner, right? I'm going to give you 5 things. You got to get a partner. You got to track your results. You've got to find an event, in a future event that makes today reliable and accountable. 4, you've got to find a new atmosphere at times. And the 5th thing is, you got to have the right plan of attack. If you guys mentally believe you can do it, your body will find a way to make it happen for you. If you guys have any doubt, it's too fucking hard. If you guys have any doubt you guys can't win this war, don't even try it. This is going to take everything you have to do it. And once you do that transformation, guys, the golden egg lasts forever. You will never lose it, I promise you that. But if you have any self-doubt, or you're relying too much on external factors to keep you motivated, you don't have the right fire in the tank, don't even try it, guys. You're wasting your time because you never make it across the finish line. And then what's going to happen is you're going to feel like a failure for it. Another failure on the bad list, you know?
You can pray all day, but if you don't plant the seeds, there's no harvest. So listen to me. You got to do something about you. This isn't all rah-rah and hype and bubblegum and dreams and rainbows. You got to fix it and start do something about you. Because listen to me. Winners win and losers lose. If you got a culture in your life right now, it's okay. Some of you say to me, you don't know how messed up my life is, man. It's a mess. Listen to me. Your mess does not disqualify you from making your dream come true. You're supposed to do something great with your life. But you need to build a culture of winning in your life, where you keep the promises you make to yourself, and you get small win after small win after small win. Or you build a culture in your life of blaming other people. You're either going to be a victim or a victor, not both. Money, cars, houses, that's motivation. You play someone's motives. But if you inspire, the root of inspire is in spirit. Be inspirational, not motivational. We run away from the things that make us uncomfortable. You will be punished for being comfortable almost all of your life. You'll be punished for comfort. You'll be rewarded for chasing uncomfortable, uncertain things. In fact, the quality of your life most of the time is going to be made up by how much uncertainty you can deal with at any given time. So let me say something to you. Why do most people not win there? I honestly believe that you get out of life what you believe you deserve. 5 years from now, you're going to get out of this life exactly what you believe you deserve to get. And that is also true of now. You're going to drop this idea that you can't. You're going to stop worrying about what everybody thinks about you. Because listen to me, if you spend your life worrying about what everybody thinks about you, I'm going to make you guarantee, nobody will think about you after you're dead. You got to rise higher. You got to want to excel. You got to go for it. You got to have some belief. The reason people don't win is fear. Fear is this most insidious, terrible disease in mankind. In fact, I believe it causes most other diseases. It pushes you further away from your dream, further away from God. It ages you. It worries you. It creates despair in your life. See, if you continue to get into your fears, you're going to continue to live an average, ordinary life, and you weren't born for that.
So as you begin to look at this decade and affirming that this is your decade, as you set goals that will make you stretch, that will bring out the best in you, as you begin to remove the negative, toxic people from your life, as you decide to take some chances in life, if you're not willing to risk, you cannot grow. And if you cannot grow, you cannot become your best. And if you cannot become your best, you cannot be happy. And if you can't be happy, then what else is there?